Hello and welcome everyone! Yeah, today we are going to go over 18 things the game doesn't tell you. Well, I believe it's 18. I have no idea. We'll see. The first thing we are going over is the food with the most gratitude. So I believe the most gratitude you can get from food is around 11 gratitude per villager. And what you need is the more berries and some rice. And yeah, for this to work you need the DLC, the Japanese themed DLC. Although I think there is one more you could do, but this is the easier one. And for this to always work, I would recommend to never cook rice alone. Because when you do that, let's see. For me, it's a question mark, so we cancel it. Because when you put more berries and rice in a treasure chest, 50% of the food will be the stuff you did with rice alone. If they don't know the recipe and only know the one with more berries and rice, they only will cook this one. So I believe there's also one where you just cook more berries. And this one is also a question mark. So it's very important to never cook those ingredients alone. But when you cook them together, you'll get this. A 2-star fruit pocket? What is it? What is this? A 2-star finest fruit pie. And I'm sorry for the mess. They just love to put everything inside here. The other one that will also give you 11 gratitude points per villager is, I believe, the one where you put sugarcane also in it. So we'll try that. So we'll make a test with 4 different tables. One with the fruit pie, one with a cheeseburger, one with the finest fresh fish feast, and one with the hearty cream cake. So let's see what will give us the most gratitude points. As you can see, the right ones even give better stats. And as you can see, the most expensive food, the finest fish feast, only gives 5 to 6 gratitude points per consumption. The cheeseburger only gives 4 to 5, I believe. The fruit pie gives 11, and the hearty cream cake gives 11. So those two are the best ones, and the other ones only give like maximum of 5 or 6. So I would recommend to always use the finest fruit pie because it needs the least ingredients. So your chest should always look like this. On to the next one. When you start the game, you will wake up in a jail cell. And next to you are a few poor villagers caged in, like poor Lulu. Poor Lulu. And at one point in the story, you'll get back to this ship. What you must do is look into the pot of the jail cell where Lulu was. You'll get something nice. Right here will be a hidden cave. And there will also be some ivy in the way. When you obtained this hammer, this one right here, you can break through these rocks. And inside, you'll find the magnetic block cave, which are those neat things, where you can interact with stuff, which gets pulled and pushed, puller and pusher, as you know from another video. And here are 3 books, a green one, a red one, and a blue one. Make sure to read them before you destroy... I don't know, can you destroy them? I bet you can, but I won't test that right now. Because once you read all the books, you'll get recipes for this nice items. Those are very useful when you want to move stuff around. If you want to see how you can interact with magnetic blocks, there is a video. I will show it to you right now at the top right corner. But you can also use them for something else entirely. Because some items, like this portrait of the princess, are pretty rare. And this one I'm also going to show you right now in the top right corner. But when you go to the magnetic block, you can camouflage it with the item you have in your hand. So if we push it right now, we still got it in our hands, but the magnetic block looks like the item, which is very, very nice for putting down rare blocks a lot of times. The magnetic block is also useful for one other purpose. It's to clip stuff together. So we put a table over here, and we put a table over here. And now we got an even bigger table. Yeah, pretty neat, pretty neat. So maybe you can think of many creative ways to use this block. Maybe you got some ideas I haven't thought of yet. Please write me in the comments if there is some really, really great, nice, good, awesome idea. Yes. Once you start the game, you'll notice some annoying ghosts popping up in the middle of the night. There, this handy little item comes into play. Because ghosts are afraid of light. You can put down light everywhere in your town, and once they reach the radius of this light spot, they'll just cower in fear and run away. So maybe if you like hiking in the night, then this will be your weapon of choice. And this is also pretty handy for some other stuff as well. Maybe some of you don't know it yet, but when you place down a haystack, and let's say we have a huge tree right next to it. If you got the torch in your hand and you come near a haystack, it will tell you to light it. What, you want me to light you? Okay. Ouch! And then the haystack will be consumed. Oh. No, not the floor! Yeah, and the fire will spread for a little while. Hopefully for not too long. What have I done? What have I done? Oh man! Stop it! Yeah, this way you can farm those trees. Ah, thank you, auto-saving. Be blessed. Pretty early into the story you'll get the ability to glide, which looks like this. Yay, I can glide! But this thing is also pretty handy because you can use it to reach higher ledges. So right now, if I want to get up there, how would I do it? Maybe I just glide over there and climb up this ivy. But there's an even easier way. You can just jump, glide, and attack. Because you'll do a spinning attack when you attack while gliding. Which looks like this. It's also good for meeting some strangers with style. So you just fly in and land like this. Like a superhero landing. Yay! So this one is pretty basic, but I heard of people that didn't know about it. Because when you press down the left shoulder button, you'll sprint. Yeah, I know, it's pretty basic. But I heard of people that complained, "Ah, I have played all through the story and I didn't know I could sprint." But yeah, that's how you can do it. The next one is maybe not so well known, because when you push down the right analog stick, this will come in. Zoom in and zoom out. And with the left analog stick, you can do that. Also pretty handy. Ah, I'm so near, wait. Ah, better. I also often got the question if you... Oh, stop it. If you can visit other islands of other consoles. There is unfortunately no crossplay in Dragon Quest Builders 2, but you can visit the islands of Switch players, PS4 players, or PC players. Yeah, there are now PC players too. Ah, look at that. This one looks nice. Ah, pretty. And if you want to visit an island, you can just go over the picture you like, and normally most of the people, not this one, but most of the people have enabled other people to visit their island, which you can do with the push of R3. So push in the right analog stick. No, I don't want to do that right now. I just want to show it. And if you want to share your own island, you can do that right here. Go to snapshots, and here will be an option to upload your island. And then you just accept, and it will ask you to snap a photo, and then it will upload. Yeah, and that's all there is to it. Huh? Washi, I'm working. When you have visited another island and you come back, some people complain about that their blueprints are gone. The ones you can do with this handy tool. Because when you do that, let's do it right now. Ah yeah, very nice blueprint. Yes, I like it. It will be in your inventory and look like this. And once you come back, the item will be gone. There's a very simple explanation for that. The game saves your items, all the items you have in your inventory, at the point you visit the island. So you don't take any stuff with you that doesn't belong to you. That's called stealing. So they get removed from your inventory, but you can find them over here. Blueprints. And there, the top 4 will be the ones you did. Like this one over here. Ah, what a pretty blueprint. Let's erase it. If you don't know how you can erase it or place it or take it as an item, it will tell you at the bottom. Because here the center button of the PS4 is take as an item. And now I got it in my inventory. And I can build it. Pretty easy. Pretty easy. Yeah, maybe not for most people, but for me. And of course, when you want to delete it, just put it into your bag and delete. I also often got the questions how you can enter an island or builder ID into the notice board. Let's see. When you press the pause button in the notice board, this menu will pop up. And there you can search for an uploader ID. We'll do that right now. Because as many of you know, I have my IDs in most of my videos. So let me link a video in the top right corner right now. In this video you will always find my IDs in the description. Like this one for example. And then you'll go to the page of the ID. And there you will also be prompted with visiting the island. I can't unfortunately because this is my ID. So let's try my Japanese one. With this one I should be able to visit. And as you can see, here I got the prompt in the top right corner to visit this island. That's all there is to it. Once you're far enough into the story, you'll get the Echo Flute, which looks like this. And I can hear nothing. Even the game doesn't hear anything. But this one is quite handy when you visit an explorer's shore. Because if you have trouble finding an item to complete your item list, to make an item unlimited, this here will show you the way. So that's the only purpose of this item. And if you should still have problems finding your items, I will link to a playlist to all the Explorer's Shore in the top right corner. So the next 3 are all about water. Pretty early in the game you'll get the bottomless pot. This thing over here. Yeah, looks pretty neat. And when you hold the Change Tools button, this will pop up. There you can change from normal mode to shallow mode, which looks like this. So very, very, very shallow water. You can also fill in some windows with water to make a water tank. But this doesn't look right. How can we change it? Let's go into the settings on page 4, and there we can auto adjust glass position. And as you can see, the windows will snap to the water and make it look like a water tank, which looks much better in my opinion. And now you'll also have the option to turn off water effects while looking through a window. Like this. When we turn it off, it looks like there is no water inside. But you're wrong! There is water inside. This is also pretty handy to collect stuff which is located inside liquids. For example, orichalcum you'll find in the poison swamp on an explorer's shore. But more on that in this video at the top right. Let's go on. I often see photos on the notice board which look like this. So you have your character somewhere behind something and it will show you the outlines. It just looks wrong. You can change that by also going into the settings. Go to page number 2 and turn this one off. And this looks much better. So the last one is all about the mini medals you'll get for completing tablet targets or solving all the puzzles on the story islands. On each story island will be 10 puzzles to solve. I heard of people complaining, I got 88 or 89 and I can't find any more, I completed everything. And the problem is, once you complete a builder's puzzle, you can miss the medal, because you need to walk up to the pedestal and collect the mini medal. If you don't do that, it will still sit there waiting for you to be collected. So I would advise you to always make sure, once you complete a builder's puzzle, collect the mini medal, so that you won't have this problem. Yeah, and that's all for today. I hope you liked this video. Please make sure to like if you like this content, so I know to make some other videos in this style as well. And yeah, I hope you have a good day, morning or evening, or good night. Night night, Malroth. And I'll see you in the next one. Until then, bye. What the? What are you cooking? All the chests are full.